Hey guys, Lyra Linx here, and I'm back yet again with another Pokemon related video. I promise that I will be making other videos shortly, but I wanted to give my initial reaction and thoughts to the second Detective Pikachu trailer that came out. I haven't talked about this on my channel yet, and I haven't seen it until just now, so I just thought that I would share my general feelings. So let's get into it. I honestly didn't know what to think when trailers of this movie first came out. I kind of wondered if it was real, and then I decided to watch one of the trailers for it that I saw in ads through my phone that were broadcasting this to me. Like, because I'm just such a big Pokemon fan, I get ads all the time of Pokemon merchandise. So finally, I'm like, well, if this is being shown to me over and over, it must be for a reason. I guess this isn't a joke. And I checked out the movie. My first thoughts were that I was unsure if I really liked the concept or not. Pikachu looked so different. Admittedly, the more I look at Pikachu, the cuter Detective Pikachu kind of looks to me, but I was really nervous to see what they'd be doing with Pokemon, and it seems to be a story different than what I expected. Some kid who wanted to be a Pokemon trainer, things didn't work out, his dad's missing, something along those lines, and Pikachu is going to help him out because they can communicate with one another, and nobody else seems to be able to talk to Pikachu. The second trailer adds more to the story with the search for his dad. Some girl with a Psyduck is introduced, and we sort of just get to see more models of what other Pokemon are going to look like. And the more models I see, the more nervous I am about how this movie is going to turn out and how I'll feel about it in the end. Because while some character designs like Pikachu and Bulbasaur work because they're still pretty cute, I feel like designs such as Psyduck and Ludicolo, as well as Mr. Mime, are a little bit more horrifying. I was very weirded out by the first appearance of Mr. Mime, and the more I look at him, the more uncomfortable I become. It looks like he has big basketball shoulders, and the texture is just strange. I feel like the reason why so many of these Pokemon look really weird is because some of their features are way too human in their eyes, and just it makes them pop out and seem strange for the rest of their bodies, and it gives them more of a creepy than cute vibe that Pokemon usually has. Since I have not played the Pokemon Detective Pikachu game or seen any walkthroughs for it, I don't really know what it's about, and I don't know how well this movie is going to follow that premise. But basically, I feel like they're just gonna go on this wild goose chase to try and figure out if this dude's dad is still alive, and Pikachu will be on the case. So it seems more like it's going to end up being comedic rather than anything serious, which I am totally fine with. And Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu is pretty perfect to me. He's a very funny guy. I like him a lot. And so I feel like he'll be able to portray Pikachu pretty well and make it a really comedic movie. I am sort of on the critical side of how everything looks, though. Again, as I've said before, Charizard looks very strange to me, and I can't exactly pinpoint what's wrong there. Mewtwo looks pretty decent for the most part, and most Pokemon you can obviously tell exactly who they are, but it just doesn't feel right exactly. While I think that it must take a ton of talent to do all of these different designs and create these models, I also am kind of creeped out by a couple of them, so I guess it isn't quite my aesthetic, but I can appreciate how different it is, and it's a really unique art form in its own way, and I'm very interested in the makings of this, and I would love to see a lot of behind the scenes stuff. It seems like the Pokemon franchise is just putting out more and more stuff lately, like it's trying to stir up all of this emotion within the fandom and maybe revive itself in a sense. and I'm wondering if it might be trying a little bit too hard. I guess I'll see when the movie actually comes out. I do want to do a review of it. I might involve some of my friends because I know that we all kind of want to see this movie. And maybe I could get them together and get some reactions, but I'm definitely going to watch it and review it before I try to be too critical of it because admittedly I am pretty excited about it. Even though not everything looks perfect, I feel like it's still pretty cool that they are trying to approach Pokemon in this new way. And it's not a bunch of really weird model CGI crap like movie 22 seems like it might be. So I definitely prefer this approach. The trailers seem to mostly just have goofy or funny scenes in a sense. And then things like Charizard trying to snatch up Pikachu, and you know he'll end up fine in the end, but it tries to add some of that drama to it. For the most part, I feel like it's just going to be a really funny movie to just relax and enjoy. And it seems like the trailers don't really give the greatest plot summary, and I don't know how I feel about the story in general. This kid on a search for his father. I don't know. I guess it all depends on presentation because I don't really have a good feel for how this is going to work out yet, but I am very excited to see this movie. I want to know where it goes, and I think that I'll probably come out enjoying it in the end because I'm just such a big Pokemon nerd. It doesn't take that much to impress me. If I can just get a good laugh out of it, then it would be worth the watch. All in all, I really don't have a ton to say about Detective Pikachu. Some designs are good, some are bad. It's just sort of what comes out of taking this whole new approach to presenting Pokemon. So, the models are very interesting. I definitely want to look at how it is that they're created and just get a feel for that more because I don't know, it's just capturing my attention. I feel like that's sort of the main draw of everything because it has this completely new style. It can draw in attention to itself because it's just not your typical thing. I'm excited to see how the plot will turn out, and I just really want to be able to laugh with my friends and enjoy this movie. I can't wait for it to come out, so you know that I'll review it as soon as I possibly can after I've seen it. Anyway, that's it for this video. Leave your own thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe for more content, and I would really like to see you in another video. Bye!